He wants us to fulfill the duties that Christ had for us and what God's plan had for us for our life so that we could glorify Him. Not that we could go through life every day, every step, or occasionally we'll be on top of the mountain, but most of the time in misery, in confusion, and complication. That has never been His plan, that we just hang on because we fear this hell period. There's nothing wrong with telling people about it and telling them that that's what's going to happen to you and you need to get in. But let us teach you that you've got to stay in this path no matter what happens, no matter what you face. I don't know why, but some people will go through tougher things than others. And I can't explain why, but all I can tell you is God knows what He's doing. He knows who can handle it and who can't. And those people that go through tougher conditions like Job, God knew He can handle it. Or He would have never lifted the hedge and let Satan in on him. He knew that the temptation brought forth to Job was clearly, Satan said, does Job fear God or not? That was the gamble, that was the thing that Satan was after, was trying to break Job. Saying, he don't fear you, God, and he will give up. If you just let me at him, he'll give up. Well, he's at us right now. He's attacking us. You got enemies, you got hard conditions around you in different situations. But have you turned course because of those? Or are you going through? Are you going through because on the other side, as you go through it, I promise you that you'll find the things that He's talking about. But your path is plain. We make it complicated when we try to figure out ways around. Oh, you can see them scramble whenever in a mining when we run into tough conditions trying to figure out which way we need to go. Well, we didn't expect that. We got to figure out another route that we got to go. You can see the engineers start trying to draw, well, if we turn this way, go this way, and do this, we'll find it'll get through quicker, etc. They'll start running thoughts to their head, we need to go this way, that way. We're the same way. When we run into tough conditions and tough things, our carnal mind starts running. We said complication, confusion, carnal mind with enemy input. And he begins to try to help you think it out. He begins to try to tell you, turn. Hey, you don't want to go through that. Or if you see that storm even coming, sometimes you can see them coming before they ever get there. And you don't want to go through it, so you try to avoid it. You'll try to run from it. You'll try to turn away from it instead of going on through whatever it is, and God's in control. He has it all figured out, and all you got to do is just keep on the course and He'll take care of you. He'll take care of us if we'll just go on through and stop avoiding and stop running and stop trying to figure out what God is doing. And then we get down when it don't work the way we think it should work. They'll engineer that out and they'll design that plan to get over here, and it don't work. Then they get all upset going, well, I thought it would work. Company gets all upset because they're not making money, and they get everybody's all to pieces, and the people that's working is concerned about their jobs and wondering if they're going to be able to keep one and so forth. But are we not the same way in life? When we try to figure out another way, we didn't realize that maybe we created a worse condition, and we made going through that storm or that situation tougher, made it longer than if we'd have just stayed in the path that was plain. But when you get in that confused and complicated state, it's hard to hear from God, which was a plain course for you at one time. You knew what to do. You knew exactly what to do. You knew what I wanted you to do. You know. But I'm not going to make you content being off my path, is what the Lord's saying. I'm not going to make you content in that way. I will not make you content. I will not give you joy and happiness and peace that will stay when you're off the path that I want you to be on. Because I created you for one purpose, and that's to glorify me. And the only way you're going to do it if you stay on the course I got for you. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. And by you turning your own course, turning your own minds or your own situation to find the area that you think will be, because you think, well, this is how it needs to be. I need to do this. I need to go this way. We're in a tough spot, so I better run and go do this or do that. What you find is misery. And when you're in misery, you're aggravated. When you're aggravated, you're easy to be set off. You're easy to be arguments, or easy to be upset, or have a tough day, and every day seems like a tough day. When you get up in the morning, well, I'm just going to have to face this crazy life again, and it ain't getting no better, and why ain't God answering my prayer? Well, God has answered your prayer by not letting you be peaceful. God is. He's trying to tell you, you missed it. Back up. Get back over here where I told you to get to. And most of us better be figuring out, hey, wait a minute. Lord, I must be off the path. I must have turned somewhere. I'm not fulfilling everything you have for me because I'm not finding all the things that you promised. Or you're a liar one, Lord. Which one is it? Which one is it? And we got to try to figure it out. Because I believe if you look at 99.9% of believers today, as Lisa was asking me, as we was going through this, as the Lord was teaching us these things for 3.5 years, some of it was tough. Walked on people's feet pretty hard. Really did. About the truth. She was asking me one night when we was laying there talking before we went to sleep, that she was saying, but you're preaching like nobody's going to make it. I said, no, you're wrong there. I'm not preaching that. I said, let me pose one question to you. Who do you see that's really got the fruits of the Spirit in their life? Who do you see that's really just got 3 of them? Love, joy, and peace. Really got it. I mean, really the genuine goods. Who do you know it's got it? She said, no one. I said, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. That's what I've been trying to speak. And the Lord has been trying to give me and been spelling out to us that, hey, wait a minute. You better figure out something in your life. As the 2 things that pose to me, where is the power and where's the fruits of the Spirit? Lord, why ain't I got them in my life? You promised them to me. Why don't I have them? Why am I struggling? Why am I having hard times all the time? Why am I miserable? Why am I chaotic? Why am I having all these situations that seem like it's hard? As the old saying that they said, that one minister said, tie a knot in your rope and hang on. Is that in the Bible? Does it say that? Does it say tie it? No, he says go on the course. You find the mysteries, you get the understanding, you get the knowledge, and you'll understand what's going on, and you'll press on through those tough places and just go and stride, and then you just keep on going, and everything will be all right. And don't turn until I tell you to turn. I'll tell you what to do. But have we fulfilled the simple, plain plan, the plain path? Have we stayed on what we know that He had for us to do? That's the question you need to pose to yourself right now. Have you stayed on the course with everything in you that He had for you and what you know to do? And I'll guarantee you right now, the Lord will show you right now if you want to know. Because only the truth will set you free. And most people don't want the truth. They don't. They don't want to hear it. They don't want it. They just want to follow their ways and go their ways and follow their situations. And you know, you look at them, and many people look at them and they say, well, they seem to be prosperous doing what they're doing. No, they're not. I'll guarantee you they're not. They may appear it. They'll write things on Facebook that they're doing great or whatever, but they're not. Look in their eyes. What do you see? Listen closely. What do you hear? What do you hear in their life? It's not peace, it's not joy, and it sure ain't love. So it's not the promises of God. And the rich people we look to, the movie stars and all them, when you look really in their eyes, and if you got to meet them, I guarantee you won't find love, joy, and peace. You go into a home that they've got $1 million home, like somebody was talking about last night, and you go up and meet those people, they're miserable. They're miserable, and they're so tense, like a mine that is losing money and wondering if they're going to be able to make the payroll next month. Wondering if they're going to be able to make it. That's what it's like. Why? They're in the wrong thing. They missed the course. They got off the plane. They got off the path. They got off the situation. Therefore, tension comes, confusion, complication. All these things is entered into their life. And is that entered into our life because of that? Is these the things that's happening to our life? Because all He's trying to do in our life is build that we trust Him. That's all He's trying to do. Build that we know that we're built for one purpose, glorify Him. He's got it all under control. Just let Him do what He needs to. Plain, simple. God is not complicated. He is not intended this to be complicated for us. He never made this complicated.